If Santa were to build the perfect woman for me, it'd be with her eyes, her smile, his mom body. What? Hey, you? What is it? You might find out.
He gotta get your number.
You can get my number in the ass in the sand. Hey.
What the f does that mean?
Hey, that's my baby girl. Don't talk to her like that.
That's your girlfriend? Hey, let me tell you something.
Hey.
Hell yeah. Yes, sir.
Hey.
Whoa. That's his girl.
Hey, I'll pick you up too.
Hey, go curl some single girls.
I'll pick you up.
Wouldn't let that shit happen to me though.
He said, hey, go lift a single girl. I was like, hey man, she looks single to me.
Bro, if she's willing to do that in front of her boyfriend, just imagine if she was out with the girls or by herself. Kick it to the curb, ejectocito, cuz.
Mighty go! Ejectocito, cuz!
I'll say this, there are no feminists when World War III starts. A lot of you guys want equal rights.
Equal rights, equal fights.
Look at Ukraine. All the women could leave the country. All the men had to stay from the age of 18 to I think 60 or 65. You, as a man, could not leave the country. If you're a woman, you could leave. That's why, you know, it's so crazy. Oh, feminism this, feminism that. When it comes down to it, when it comes down to the fight, when it comes down to Russia invading your country, there's no feminists anymore. All the women, while all their men in Ukraine were dying, getting all the women went to Stockholm, Sweden, and were in the club, partying, getting drunk. They went to the UK, they went to Sweden, they went wherever.
Feminism only suits feminists when it suits them. Say that 3 times fast.
Are there any marginalized communities you want to apologize to? I don't know, maybe the Patois community?
Nah. I don't feel like I've truly done anything offensive, so.
You don't see it as cultural appropriation. You see it as like a celebration of culture. And then it's like social justice warriors can like go kick rocks.
Yeah. Yeah.
No comment. Got it.
No, I mean, I 100% agree. Social justice warriors can kick rocks.
Go kick rocks, I agree. Never give in to these social justice warriors and these leftists. Stay true to what you believe in.
She's a 10, but she has an OnlyFans.
Sweet. Might make her a 12. She's an entrepreneur.
She'll still be a 10. Well, she's proven herself to be an asset, so who am I to argue with that?
She's a 1.
A 1?
Yep.
How come?
She's basically selling herself to the public, and she's not dateable material.
I think that it's a woman's body and she should decide what she wants to do with it. So shit, girl, let your coochie fly. The way he kind of said it was a little rude, but I mean.
Let your coochie fly, she says. Yeah, I don't know about that. And those first 2 guys, complete bullshit. Especially that guy that says she's an asset. Mate, that is a liability. What are you talking about?
Scientists say artificial intelligence indicates the brains of women and men work differently.
Well, no fucking shit.
What's your age?
24, 22.
If I was your man, what would I need to pay for you?
Pay for? Nothing.
So you're not expecting me to pay for dates if we went out?
Expect? I don't have expectations for anybody.
I also don't have expectations.
I do think it shows character.
Actions, yeah, definitely. It's not about the money. It's just about like how you treat us.
So I could be your boyfriend and not be able to afford taking you out on dates, and you'd still stick it with me through thick and thin.
If you're a good person,
You don't find that suspicious?
that's all that matters.
If the chemistry's there.
There's some people with loads of money and they treat their girlfriends like shit, so.
Yeah, that's pretty true. That's true, and yeah, that's true.
Does that mean I don't have to pay for your hair or your nails either?
No, I've never had somebody pay for my hair and nails. Me neither.
So for a first date, if I said, let's just go for a walk in the park, you'd be fine with that too?
Yeah. I prefer a walk in the park than a dinner for the first date.
Definitely. I think it's more casual and laid back and you can actually get to know the person.
Listen, as long as you're waking up every morning and going to work, that's the kind of man I need.
For them to stand there and say they have no expectations with a straight face is absolutely BS. They're just saying what they think is the right thing to say to the camera. In reality, if a guy was to take either of them on a first date, they would be 100% expecting him to pay. And if he said at any point, let's go Dutch, she'd be taking a one-way trip to the bathroom.
So you do it left, do it right, 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 do it left.
That also plays into the systematic stuff that I was talking about, because a lot of women can't get jobs in construction. They
Have you ever tried to be
down.
a concreter?
Yeah. No, but I totally would.
Okay, why aren't you?
Because I'm not educated on it.
Why don't you go and get educated on concreting?
I totally would. Like, as soon as I get things straightened out,
Sure.
I want a different field.
Well,
I'm tired of the medical
let
field.
me tell you this, and you can disagree with me if you'd like. You wouldn't last 2 minutes as a concreter, because unfortunately...
I'd like to try to prove people wrong.
In the modern world, you can think that all you want, and that's because your life is so comfortable that you can have that strain of thought. But the fact of the matter is that I did concreting for a few months, and I didn't last, and I'm not a weak guy. But these guys are some of the hardest people you'll ever meet in your life. They are up at the crack of dawn every day, breaking their backs. You would not last a single day. You can sit here and say girl power all you'd like, you wouldn't last a day, I guarantee it.
I also guarantee it. I did bricklaying for about 3 months when I was a bit younger, and it is one of the most brutal jobs you could ever do, and there was not a woman in sight.
Do you believe in God?
No, I don't. I'm sorry. I believe that women are to create and men are just to destroy.
If that's the case, then why have women initiated 70 to 80% of the divorces and destroyed the nuclear family? Moreover, everything that you're seeing, touching, and hearing from all was created by men. Men have a natural proclivity to create. That's a tendency. We want to go out there and create because men have a natural propensity, I mean, that's in our nature, to compete. So we have a natural propensity to compete with other men, which means that we have a natural proclivity, a tendency to keep on creating things. And generally speaking, women don't have a natural tendency to keep on creating. This is why women are so attracted to feminism, because feminism promotes equality, not competition. It's two different things. So either way you look at this, you're wrong.
What's it like dating this guy?
It's hard because I can't get over his past.
You can't get over his past?
Yeah, honestly, it makes me want to throw up every time that I think about it.
Lying. Makeup is the most accepted lie in society. I'm not.
So do you think like also like dyeing your hair an unnatural color is lying?
I suppose it is. Yes.
Okay. So reshaping your body and like working out and giving yourself toned muscles, that's also changing your appearance.
That's not a lie, though. You're actually making
You're
a change.
accentuating your body.
You're conflating exercising and getting fit to makeup, something that can be put on and removed.
Couldn't you compare your beard to makeup since it hides your jawline?
That's so true. Yeah, that is true.
No, not really.
How come?
It's definitely different.
How is it different?
In public, he's gonna have it. Like, and if he does take it off, it's gonna grow back. It's a part of him. Whereas, like, we choose when we want to put on and take off makeup.
But like, you can choose when you want to take off a beard.
It's changing your appearance.
It's totally different, though.
But like, I know many guys like do certain haircuts, like beard shaping, just to like get a certain defined jawline, like to make their appearance look different.
Well, one's a part of your genetic makeup and it's a part of you, and the other is artificial that you can take on and off that's not a part of you. So yes, they are completely different.
Time to listen up, you silly liberal fruitcakes. I came out here, wanted to tell some jokes. Let's do some reality checks here. Do you have any idea, sir, how pathetic it must be to be you? These people wanted to come out and have a good time, hear a few jokes, some thoughtful discussion, but your head pops off the pillow in the morning with, oh, how can I be a professional victim today? Let me go in and screw with their act just because, oh my God, your parents didn't tell you that your opinion wasn't worth that much. Look, they're confused. They're confused. You know why? Because I'm not your gender studies professor who has to cater to your trigger warning, microaggression, safe space bullshit. I didn't want to do this. I wanted to come out and tell a few jokes. You created this monster. We have to go. 10 more minutes of this. Let this reverberate. Let it be a life lesson. This monster right here that you're so afraid of, the face you see in your nightmares, was created by social justice warrior assholes like you.
Can you get this patch now?
It's a peaceful protest.
Mate, he knew right away that she was a protester. If you ask me, he was being a bit too gentle.
Well, do you know what the leading cause of death for pregnant people is?
Pregnant people?
Mm-hmm.
Mothers? Women?
If you'd like to call them mothers, not all of them are mothers, but if you'd like to call them that.
What are they if they're not mothers?
They're pregnant people.
What people other than mothers are pregnant?
Does it bother you to use inclusive language?
Well,
It's just interesting
I
because
prefer to use precise language.
it's interesting because you come into this conversation, you know, trying to hold this moral superiority, but then when I
try to be moral when I can, but I
right, but when I use inclusive language, which it only takes a couple extra syllables to use inclusive language,
To include
and
who?
it seems to include people who don't, identify as women but can become pregnant.
So, like a person who's born a woman and then identifies as a man
Mhm.
and is pregnant.
Yeah.
So you're telling me that in order to be a moral person, I need to accept the idea that a man, someone who is born a man and looks like a man, can really become a woman. That's a prerequisite of my being a moral person.
I mean, yes. To me, it is, because if you are trying to deny someone of their identity and deny what their life experience is, then that doesn't seem like a moral stance to me. I want to be accepting, and I want to respect people's life experiences and respect the way that they want to identify and respect the way that they want to present themselves to the world.
Bronte, I would
Yes.
like to identify, I do identify actually,
Mhm.
as the correct person on this issue of abortion. I identify as being correct and more correct than you on this issue. And I would just ask that you accept and affirm my identity. Do you?
Well, you are not a medical professional, and abortion and pregnancy
No, I'm
is
just
a
talking about my
medical
identity.
concern. That's not your identity.
That is my, I promise you, that's my identity.
If we lived in a world where anyone could identify as whatever they wanted to, and we all had to accept it and go along with it, it would be bizarro land. Nothing would have any meaning. There'd be no meaning or merit behind anything. It would be chaos.
You don't want to get married at all? You don't want a
Not
family or
yet.
children?
Yes, but in the future, but no now.
Well, you're 28, right?
Yes.
When do you want to have kids?
35 maybe.
Well, at 35, 90, from a biological standpoint, at 35 years old, around 90% of your eggs are gone. And your ability to bring a child to term comes down a lot.
I don't think so. Age is a number.
I mean, you can say you don't think so, but realistically speaking, your chances of having a child bringing it to
Freeze the
term
eggs.
at 35, that doesn't work often, and it's very expensive.
I don't know. I want to enjoy my life, so I'm not ready.
We are currently living in a very self-centered and selfish society, and nothing paints the picture better than these modern women. They are the classic example of a very selfish attitude. It's a lot of me, and not enough we, and thinking about a family. Because again, the biological clock is ticking, unfortunately, and if you get into your 30s, alarm bells should start ringing, that you should start prioritizing what's important, because the last thing you want is for it to be too late. And that's it for the video, guys. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and like the video to see more videos just like this.